Hey, thank you for having me and welcome to everybody listening. I'm 𝘗𝘢𝘵𝘳𝘵𝘯𝘪𝘯𝘨, the coordinator of the International Master's Program Quantum Engineering in Ulm at Ulm University. And I'm really happy to present this master program, which is brand new. It just started last semester. And so the current students are the first ones to finish this really innovative study program. Why do I say innovative? Because you are all here because you're interested in electrical engineering, and I would like you to consider combining it with quantum physics. So you could study quantum engineering, and we have this interdisciplinary master's program that is a cooperation between our physics and our engineering department. Just some basics, it's an international physics program. Together with the engineering department, and the duration is 4 semesters. In total, you're finished after 2 years and you reach 120 ECTS, and it's a full-time program. The basic structure of the program looks like this. So you are being trained both in quantum physics as well as in electrical engineering. And since you either studied one of the two in your bachelor's, you will have an adaptation at the beginning of your studies so that you will learn also the other topics. And then you can see we have a lot of interdisciplinary aspects for these topics. And probably most important for you, before I get into more detail on the content, is who can apply. And we want students to apply from physics undergraduates as well as electrical engineering, but also nanotechnology, quantum technology, and aerospace engineering students are very welcome to join us in our program. We accept students with grades better than 2.7. And please be careful, this is the German system. So if you have a GPA, you must convert it into the German system to know if you can study at our university. Our English requirement is a bit lower, so we only require students to have a B1 English, and you can prove it with all the commonly known certificates. And then lastly, we also have admission interviews. So this is not because, this is just because we want to get to know you better during the admission process and also give you the opportunity to meet us and talk about your motivation, why you would like to come to join us at Ulm. And then a few more solid admission criteria is that you have to had 15 credit points in math. So you can see if you are not from the European Union, then your credit system might be different. Then again, you have to kind of translate it into the European system to see if you fulfill the requirements. And then we have a total of 100 credit points in physics and electrical engineering together. So if you are a physicist, it's fine if you just have 100 credit points in physics. If you're an electrical engineer, you can have 100 in electrical engineering. Or if in your undergraduate program you had both, then just 100 credit points. And we also require you to have done some scientific work. So this can either be a final thesis or a scientific publication with at least 10 credit points. Good. So if you fulfill all of our admission requirements, you might ask yourself, why should I come to Ulm University? Contrary to what we've heard, Ulm University is a rather young university, but still it's already under the top 193 universities worldwide, and as a student ranking. So when you ask students, it's at the top 10 of the German universities. So students really like to study in Ulm once they are here. We also have some excellence clusters, for instance, in battery technology. And within the last couple of years, we have strongly focused on quantum technologies as a developmental strategy for Ulm University. So a lot of the things that we are doing at Ulm University is to improve our quantum technology knowledge. So the research focus is quantum technology, and we cover all the basic quantum technologies like quantum computing, quantum simulation, quantum communication, and quantum metrology. We also have the Center for Integrated Quantum Science and Technology, which is a cooperation between Stuttgart and Ulm. And here, for instance, at Ulm University, we have the Center for Quantum Bioscience. And this is a really cool center, and it has a lot of collaborations. So you as a student will also benefit from the huge network. Just to show some names, as people have done before. So we collaborate with different universities and research centers. And you might know the 𝘗𝘪𝘵. This is the German aerospace department. Then we have industry partners, and we have a lot of startups that we collaborate with and that have also developed from the university and from the institutes at the university. Lately, there was another center established as a collaboration between Jena, Stuttgart, and Ulm about quantum photonics. And this is only to name some, but we also have the Center for Quantum Bioscience at Ulm University. And actually one of the leaders of our study program, Professor Dr. 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘀, also works in this quantum bioscience program and is happy to welcome students to work together with them. And the other leader of our program, Professor Dr. Klaus Paxmayer, works in the 𝘗𝘪𝘵 in the Aerospace Institute. So he also welcomes students to this department. So this is really nice. And similar as we have seen from Bochum, at Ulm University, we also have a so-called Science City. So everything that I just showed you is located within walking distance. So you have the university as well as a lot of startups, research institutes, everything on top of a beautiful hill at Ulm. And if you come here, you study at a quantum technology hotspot in southern Germany. And another thing that is really cool about this is that you have both research and application, and everything is really close together. So you can actually have, we can actually see how fundamental research can help develop new technologies. So why should you study quantum engineering as an electrical engineer? Well, if you are interested in one of these subjects like open quantum systems or quantum sensing 1 and 2, or quantum computing, as well as optical communication, theory of quantum information, and advanced quantum engineering, then our program is really nice for you, because then we meet your interest. Also, the structure of our program is very straightforward. During the first year, you have lectures, and you have a lot of different quantum lectures to choose from. Be sure there are more lectures available than you will ever be able to study, because there's so many. So you can really pick from the full. And then in your second year, the second year is research focused. So you will do projects and internships, and everything is finished by a full-length 6-month master thesis. And for you to better see how the program is structured, I have the study plan. So there's only very few compulsory courses. So we have an interdisciplinary lecture with the interdisciplinary aspects of quantum technologies. Then we have a seminar on quantum engineering and a research project, as well as the master thesis. Those are the only real compulsory courses. In all other areas, you can freely choose which lectures you would like to take. One really nice thing, since it's an interdisciplinary study program, is the adaptation area. So as I mentioned earlier, you might come from a physics background and have not studied a lot of electrical engineering. Then you can pick adaptation modules that will improve your skills in the electrical engineering area. Or if you are an electrical engineer, you might not have done a lot of physics, so you can take adaptation modules in physics. And while you study in your adaptation area, you might already start with your specialization in the area you are already familiar with. We don't really have like a specialty per se. So you have to do both quantum physics and electrical engineering to finish a quantum engineering master. But within these areas, there are many different lectures to pick from. Also, if you are interested in more mobility, so for instance, you would like to do a thesis somewhere abroad, in the third semester, we have a mobility window, so you could go to a different country, to a different university, to a research center and do it there. You don't need to, because we also have everything you need here, but the possibility is there for you. You also have to do a little bit outside of your subject. So we call it additional qualifications. And I always say, for instance, it's nice to learn German, so you could take 2 German classes, but there's also classes like scientific writing or programming in LaTeX. So there are a lot of possibilities that you can pick from. Just for those who are interested, here's a list of our current quantum physics lectures. So you have to take 18 credits and you see there's plenty. So they are evenly distributed over summer and winter semester. So whichever semester you start, you can just pick the lectures you're most interested in and study them. Equally, in the electrical engineering department, we have identified plenty lectures that fit well into a quantum engineering study program. Okay, and then we also have some support. So we have, for our international students, we have senior students who pick them up from the train station and bring them to their housing. We make the whole housing arrangement. So if you decide to come to Ulm University, you don't have to worry about finding housing. We will do that for you. Then you will have individual study counseling. That's usually with me. So we can look at your study program, at your study plan, and then decide which lectures would you like to take and when, to make sure that you can finish within the planned time. We have a very direct contact with a professor. So our program is small. We have less than 10 students usually. And so every student will get to know the professors very well. And it's just really easy to get in contact and also easy to do internships because, yeah, everybody is very happy that you are here and that you are participating in our program. Yeah, exactly. And I think with this, I am finished and I'm looking forward to your questions.